Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Cartoon Cereal Saturday. I've angled my camera a little bit differently this time because I had a suggestion from my friends Ingrid and Steve that they want to see more of the bowl. What is in the bowl? What happens when I pour my milk into the bowl? So we'll see if this works. Now, today's cereal I found in the health food aisle of my local grocery store. I love that there's a health food aisle in my local grocery store, but also I hate that we have to have one of those. Shouldn't all food be for human health? I think it was back in classical times, but I think that modern food production and food distribution has necessitated the use of pesticides for growing, chemical additives for the creation of it, and most especially preservatives to give our food a nice long shelf life. So along comes the health food aisle, where apparently food is cleaner, more organic, and fair trade. Coffee beans, for example, that aren't picked by slave labor or child labor. Vegan options are also found in the health food aisle. So here we go, the health food aisle. And you might have noticed a line of breakfast cereals in this aisle, very colorful, playful cereals from a company called Nature's Path, who, by the way, make a kick-ass instant oatmeal. There's a subline of Nature's Path called Envirokidz, and these have really playful names. I love them. Turtle Splash, Leapin' Lemurs, Choco Chimps, Panda Puffs, and so on. And listen to this. Every time you choose Envirokidz, we donate 1% of sales to environmental education projects that support vulnerable animals. Specifically, the animal that's on that box. I think this is a force for good in the world, something that we should celebrate and embrace. However, all of that aside, its clean organic nature, its social relevancy, I'm going to push all that aside and judge the cereal on taste and texture alone. This is Cheetah Chomps. Oat milk for health. And away we go. Oh, that's lovely. It's called Berry Blast. These different animal cereals all have slightly different flavorings. This is a berry flavor, and it really is. It has a kind of a zing and a tang, which is unlike Fruit Loops and unlike Trix. It's actually a little more authentic. You can probably hear that it's got a very satisfying crunch. It's a very kind of a brittle version of Cheerios. Almost kind of glassy. How crispy and crunchy this is. But I mean that in a good way. Berry Blast. Okay, so this is Cheetah Chomps. I now vow that I will go down the list and try each of these in turn. And in so doing, we're raising just a little bit of money to preserve habitats and educate kids about the preservation of endangered species and so on. We're saving some cheetahs today. Oh, I'm so relieved. I thought that this was going to be kind of bland because health food can sometimes be unfun. But this is great. I recommend. By the way, any of you 70s kids remember this show? I used to just love it. In fact, I still do. See you next week.